Hi, Lester, Wushu engineer. We've been away for a little while, so I haven't been very active on my channel. Actually been to South Africa for another one of our training trips. Always a really amazing experience, and this time it was even more so because we got to take quite a few of our students with us. So they got to experience what it was like to train in South Africa, also to live in South Africa for a while. We were there for nearly 3 weeks, close to a month. So it was a really nice time for them to kind of experience life in South Africa, experience what the training was like, and also to do quite a lot of sightseeing. So we visited some game reserves, game parks, and lots of other things to do around South Africa, in particular in Cape Town, where we spent most of our time. A really beautiful city and a must-see for those who are interested in international travel. Now, what I'd like to do today is actually as a result of one of the comments that I received for one of my previous videos, the video on gun defense, whether it works or not. And the comment revolved around one of the results that we saw as part of the test, where I believe that my awareness crept out to include the very slight messages that were being sent to me in terms of body language from my partner, so that I was actually able to react far faster than in any of the other tests. So today what we would like to do is to actually test whether that's true or not. So we're going to do two sets of tests. There's going to be a larger sample size because what we're dealing with is potentially a very subtle effect. So we're going to give ourselves a nice big sample size for both of the tests. In the first test, what we're going to do is we're going to, as a control, we're going to use a test where I can't actually see my wife and training partner as she triggers the timer. And in the other test, we're going to test how actually being able to see her prior to see at least her body language. I won't be able to see her actually triggering the device, but I'll be able to see her body language, and we'll be able to tell from those results whether there's any kind of significant effect on the results. So quite an interesting test, I feel, and I'm interested to see what the results are going to be. So I'll see you in the testing section. Welcome to the testing section. For this set of tests, my wife and training partner Sherilyn is going to be triggering the timer with the gun activator, and I'm going to be stopping the timer with this push button. For this first set of tests, I'm not going to be able to see Sherilyn. She's going to be hiding behind the screen and with her back to me as well, so I'm not going to be able to take in any of her body language. And I'm just going to have to react to the visual indicator as it comes on. Okay, so we'll go straight into the test. So just switch on the timer, and we can start whenever you're ready. Okay, so that's 0.1285. Reset. In your own time. 0.1219. Okay. For the next set of tests, we're going to do exactly the same exercise, except I'm going to be able to see any kind of potential body language or cues from my partner, so I'll take that into account. Obviously, she's not going to try to indicate that to me. That's not the intention of this experiment. She's going to try and be as impassive as possible, and we'll see if there's any effect. Let me just relocate the timer. Okay. Point 157. Done. Point 1382. Point 0966. 0.0966. That's insane. Okay. We'll wrap all of that up and run the numbers, and I'll get back to you in the conclusion section. Interesting. Welcome to the results and conclusion section of the video. Well, these were, again, some interesting results. Sherilyn ran the numbers for me and had a look at some more details about their relationship with each other. We did the two tests, as you saw in the experiment section. One of the tests involved me actually seeing Sherilyn and perhaps being able to react to her body language, although I must add that she was playing her best poker face and was trying not to give me any indication of what she was about to do at all. So if you like, it was a contested body language interpretation, if any. So comparing the two sets of results from the unseen, where she was unseen, and from the seen set of results, shows some interesting results. The average value from the tests in which Sherilyn was unseen was my average reaction speed was, or time was, 0.1325 seconds. 0.1325. In the set of tests where she was seen, where I could actually see her, the average was 0.1291. So there was a difference between the two sets of results, and on average, my reaction time was faster when I could actually see Sherilyn. But you could argue that the difference between the two averages is so small that it's really not of any consequence. But when we're talking about reaction speeds that are already so small, that average difference you could say does have some significance. But even if we pass over the difference between the two sets of tests in terms of the average value and have a look at other data that can be extrapolated from the two sets of data points, we have a total of 19 sets of data points for both tests. So what Sherilyn did was to calculate the standard deviation for both sets of tests. And of course, the standard deviation is essentially the variance in the values sorry, the dispersion in the set of data values when in comparison to the mean. And the interesting result was that for the set of tests where I could actually see Sherilyn, the standard deviation was 0.009284. Whereas for the set of tests where she was unseen, the standard deviation was 0.0047. So the standard deviation for the set of tests in which she was seen was almost twice as much as in the set of tests where she was not seen. And that is quite interesting. And it's interesting because of the fastest, or the fastest reaction speeds that were measured during the tests in which she was seen. My fastest reaction speed in the set of tests during which Sherilyn was seen was 0.0966 seconds. That is actually 26% faster than the fastest reaction time in the first set of tests, the tests in which she was not seen. That's quite significant. There were a total of 4 individual data points in the set of tests during which Sherilyn was seen, which were faster than the fastest reaction speed or reaction times in the set of tests in which she was not seen. I feel that that's quite significant. In particular, the 0.0966 seconds, which was it was an outlier. It was the fastest reaction speed. And to put it into context, I had a look at the fastest human reaction times. Now, this is according to, of course, it really depends on who you ask. There are many different results and opinions out there, but this is in accordance with reference.com, which is an online encyclopedia that uses a question and answer format. In accordance with with the reference website, the fastest human reaction time recorded for a human being is 0.101 seconds. So my fastest time on the set of tests where Sherilyn was seen was 0.0966, significantly faster than the fastest recorded human reaction time. Does that mean that I'm faster in terms of reaction time than the fastest human ever recorded? No, I don't think so. I believe that those outliers, in particular the 4 results that were faster than the fastest result in the unseen set of tests, that were faster not because my reaction time or my reaction speed was faster in that case, but because I was actually able to read from Sherilyn what she was about to do, despite the fact that she was specifically trying not to give me that information. And in particular, the fastest reaction speed there, 0.0966, I distinctly feel that that I was able to synchronize with it. So there was a kind of a tie-in between us at that point. Even though she was resisting that, I could synchronize and pick up when she was about to push the button, which meant that my reaction speed was faster than the fastest human reaction time. Although, as I've explained, I don't believe it was. It was just that I was reacting faster than I should have because of the information I was getting back from her. What is also interesting is that the average human reaction time is about 0.215 seconds. So all of my results are significantly faster than an average human reaction time, which is what you'd expect from a trained individual. And in fact, most of my reaction speeds are very close to the fastest human reaction speed, even the averages. But that's what you'd expect from a trained individual. So some really interesting results. And as a matter of interest as well, I ran a quick calculation on the and this is in relation to one of my earlier videos, which is can a martial artist dodge a bullet? And you'd have to go and have a look at that video just to put this into context. But if I took the fastest reaction speed that I recorded during the set of tests, 0.0966 seconds, and took for granted that that I was facing an oncoming 9mm projectile traveling at a typical 350 meters per second, within 34 meters I would have of the bullet's travel from the point at which it leaves the gun, within 34 meters of its travel, I would be starting to react. So it's possible, given those reaction speeds, that that you could imagine perhaps a superhero in in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for instance, being able to react in time to, for instance, block a bullet if they were somehow able to perceive its passage through the air. And as I said, you need to check out that video of mine to put it into context. So some really interesting results, and leave your comments in the comments section below. Let me know whether you enjoyed this video and whether you want to see more content like this, or if you have any other ideas that you'd like me to investigate. Thanks. This has been Wushu Engineer. I'll see you next time.